And what up, Internet? How are your faces? It is the Friday before San Antonio. I am back home. I've already been out and about, kind of like running and getting some like errands done or whatever. I actually did run to Pado High School earlier this morning to like a Gatorade drop to a good friend of mine or whatever who's marching in their town line. And now I'm back home. I grabbed some breakfast. It's a little bit of Starbucks. Turns out I'm really into peach green tea with lemonade. I'm about it. And a little, and like a sandwich here or whatever. I'm gonna get caught up on some stuff here real quick before I drive back out to Bastra. So I'm just gonna do that real quick and just get everything done. And yeah, I will see you in just a second. And we are back. It is a little while later, not too much later. Yeah, I essentially just finished that breakfast and then hit the road or whatever. We're actually almost there now. I want to say we're maybe like half an hour out or whatever. Yeah, so just a couple of things to talk about, like I mentioned at the end of the last vlog or whatever. The first up is that I think I'm in the running. I don't have an offer yet, but I'm in the running for a second job. I can't remember if I had talked about this before on the vlog or whatever, but even though I did get the job at Travis High School, and I'll be doing much of like what I was doing in Morton Ranch or whatever, it still wouldn't have been quite like, well, let me rephrase, like the school's going to pay me like pretty well, so maybe it would have been enough to get by, but it would have been like, like barely enough to get by. It wouldn't have been enough to like save, would have been enough to like, occasionally indulge in, say, for example, a Switch Lite. Or just generally just like live instead of just constantly trying to be all like, oh my god, like how the hell am I gonna pay rent or whatever. So I was trying to find like another techie gig, something that I could kind of like work on the side, wouldn't be like as big of like a hustle or whatever, just make it happen. And literally like it's probably been open, but they just posted about it literally 2 days ago, and literally like I saw it and I was fortunate enough, I was one of the first in the door. Like I sent him an email like almost immediately after it was like it was posted or whatever, up in Magnolia, and I think it's a good sign, because part of the email was like he asked in the email just include a summary of like what you've done, like your skills, all the basic stuff or whatever, and so I sent him that email with like my info or whatever, and he immediately friend requested me on Facebook, like literally immediately. So I feel pretty good about that, and we're currently trying to set up like a call like to talk or whatever. It's just a little hard because like I'm on tour. I'm not sure what he's doing, if he's like teaching with anyone this summer or whatever, but I mean I can only imagine he's trying to like get ready for like band camp, like because that starts soon or whatever. Not this upcoming week like Travis's, but it's gotta be soon or whatever. So yeah, if anything, it's just like he emailed me, I emailed him back, like over the next couple days, here's when I'd be most likely to be able to talk or whatever. He hasn't answered yet, but I mean like they're pretty generic stock, like everyone's usually free around times like that, so hopefully one of them's good. And then yeah, I'm gonna have hopefully, like God willing, like he seemed really into, like he was liking like statuses of mine about like drum corps, like marching band stuff or whatever, so I can only hope that he's into my vibe, and which would mean that I would have a second job. It wouldn't be quite what I was looking for. I was looking for only like a side like gig or whatever, and this would be another like, well, full time, but it's pretty much like exactly like Morton Ranch and Travis, like work with the percussion section, run private lessons, indoor in the winter, which will be good because Travis doesn't have an indoor, so I'll get to like stay employed during the winter if I get it. I think I mentioned I don't know if I remember, like percussion ensemble like stuff, like also in the winter or whatever. Yeah, so if anything, I would now be working 2 full-time jobs, potentially in addition to all the private students I'm planning on keeping from Morton Ranch, and then the junior high gigs, should they wish to keep me on or whatever. So it's kind of funny, if anything, like that will mean it would literally be like my most stressful fall yet or whatever. Well, here's the thing. Stressful. Because I've found that I usually only get super stressed out if I'm doing a lot of things that I don't really want to do. Hence why both falls at Iowa were really kind of like blah for me or whatever, because even though like I had like my dream job working with like a drum line or whatever, I still had to like go to school, I still had to do like class and this stuff or whatever, and then later on when the paychecks from the university were proving to not quite be enough like to survive or whatever, like I had to pick up another like that other job at Blaze, and then like all of that stuff happened or whatever. So yeah, so I think, hopefully, even though, again, on paper, this will be like if I got the Magnolia job, it would be the busiest fall I've ever had, or whatever. It would theoretically be insane, like what sleep, what free time, or whatever. If anything, I'm really excited for it, again, if I get the gig, because it would all be things that I want to be doing. It would all be things that would, like, if it's my career, they're things that I enjoy, and yeah, just generally things that work towards, you know, improving both myself and other people. So it's awesome. I really hope I get this gig. It would put me in a bit of a conundrum, because even though like my current apartment puts me super close to the Travis job, it puts me super far away from the Magnolia job. Like it'd be like an hour drive, I think, or whatever. Like on a bad day, I think I could potentially make it work like quicker than that or whatever. But yeah, so I need to figure that out. Maybe potentially just like find something real quick in Cyprus with some friends or whatever to make it work. I also love how am I talking about logistics like that, like I'm going to get the job. We have no idea yet, but yeah. So hopefully it gets back to me soon. That means over the next couple of days, like I'd be able to figure that out and get a job. It would suck because it would mean like I would be like, if I were to take like 2 full-time gigs, that means I wouldn't be able to take really anyone else, which would mean that if Morton Ranch does finally get back to me and they want me back, like they do want me to come back as a tech, I would unfortunately have to say no if I got the Magnolia gig, because I mean like I can't, and that would suck. Like I would hate to kind of leave them in the lurch like that, like so close to like when they start. But I'm also someone who doesn't like waiting, especially when it comes to my livelihood. I don't like to sit around and wait and hope that I eventually get an answer back on stuff or whatever. Like I need to know. I personally need to know what I'm doing. So we'll see. All this is like theoretical stuff. We will see what happens or whatever. But yeah, so I'm getting pretty close, I think, which means I'm gonna have to like turn the maps on to, because it's in Bastrop, but it's like back at like that stadium or whatever, and I can't quite remember how to get there because I've only been there like a handful of times, as opposed to the high school. So yeah, I will definitely try to get more footage of stuff this time. This vlog is definitely going to like go through like San Antonio as well, because today's just rehearsal day. There's not going to be much like filmed or recorded or whatever. Actually, maybe we'll see. This video right here is ended up taking longer than I thought. We'll see. We will see what happens. Cool. I will check in later.
No, that's just so we don't have seasoned carrots.
Nice. That's just real.
Ooh, think about that. Yeah, like carrots.
Probably still have
Flat made,
had a
whatever.
Sonic, probably.
But never think of giving. You build across my countryside, progressing every day. But Mother Nature can't progress, and man is in the way. man is in the way.
What up, everybody? It is some time later. It's like 2:20 in the morning right now. Yeah, so we had a day. We had a rehearsal day. I'm sorry I really didn't get more of it. It's just, yeah, stuff just happened. I got just busy and distracted and all that stuff or whatever. Yeah, rehearsal happened and we had a pretty solid run by the end of it, so cool. I think they are ready for tomorrow. Yeah, I'm excited to see them finally perform or whatever. It should be good. It should be, as the kids say, lit. Yeah, and then after that, we just kind of hung out, just chatted, shot the shit, kind of talked about life for a bit. Ran to Whataburger, and now we're here. The reason I'm in my car is because I was a dumbass and left my charger at home for my phone. So yeah, that effing sucked or whatever. So literally, fortunately my car is here, so literally I just took time to just like charge real quick. Fortunately my charge is going quick, so I've only been out here for maybe like an hour. Well, it's starting to become like an hour and a half or whatever, and just kind of like hanging out on the internet in the meantime, but it's almost charged. I know what I said. I know that I originally said I was going to kind of combine today and like tomorrow or whatever, but I think I'm actually gonna change my mind on that, and for no other reason than that, that first segment in the car ended up taking 10 minutes and I didn't expect that, but also because I kind of want tomorrow, like the San Antonio Regional, to just kind of be its own thing. I will be recording as much as humanly possible, like for that or whatever, and so there's going to hopefully be a lot of footage. I don't know, we'll see. We shall certainly see. I guess let's just go do the thing and get after it and just have fun tomorrow, because today was a good day. There is no rehearsal tomorrow morning, so we're just gonna go in and we're just gonna F-ish up. Yeah, cool. Thank you for joining me. Sorry I didn't get to see much. Alright, cool. Until next time. Okay, see ya.